Hello glam dolls and glam gents, welcome to my channel. Nothing can stop God's plans for your life.
Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Alright you guys, if you want to see how I created this beautiful Barbie drip set, keep watching. Okay, here is Stenographer, which is a beautiful blue glitter. Here is White Jacket, which is my natural acrylic, and Pharmacist, which is another beautiful glitter that I have. These are water transfer decals that you can purchase on my website, and I have different varieties. I have my number 12 Kolinsky oval brush that I'll be using, and I'll be using my bullet bit and my ball bit, along with some other products off of my website in this video. So here I've already placed on her tips, and I'm using all clear tips for this specific set. So I've already placed those on there, and now you'll see me go in and take a fine sanding band and etch those nails to remove any shine off of that nail. Here I'm just going in with my nail dehydrator and primer and prepping those nails before I apply the acrylic. Okay, here to use any of my loose glitters, you're going to be using my liquid bandage. You're going to grab a small bead of clear acrylic. You're going to dip into your glitter blend of whatever you're using, and you're going to blend that out on the nail. And you just repeat that process for the entire nail when you're actually doing a glitter mix that doesn't have the acrylic in it. Also, after you finish applying the glitter to the nail, you want to go back and encapsulate that entire nail in the liquid bandage, which is my clear acrylic, so that when you go to file that you won't remove any of the acrylic that you have already placed on that nail. And here I'm just creating a beautiful ombre look using both of my glitters. Like I said, you can find all of these products on my website. And yeah, it's very beautiful glitter, very sparkly, very shiny. And like I said, once I finish applying that glitter to the nail, I'm going to go back in and encapsulate it. So once I file and everything, that glitter does not move. Whenever you're working with, I don't care whether it's colored acrylics or glitter mixes, you want to keep your layers as thin as possible, because you are going to go back and encapsulate those nails in clear acrylic always, so that when you go into file you don't remove any of your colored acrylic or either your glitter mixes. So again, like I said, keep your layers very thin. That is the key to doing colored acrylic nails and keeping them from being very bulky. Okay, so when it comes to working with glitter mixes, when you're picking up your bead of acrylic, you want to make sure you're grabbing a not super wet but a pretty wet bead, because you want that glitter to be able to move around on that nail into the places that you want it. You don't want to have a bead that's too dry, because your glitter mix will just sit in one particular spot on that nail. Unless that's the design you're going for, make sure your beads are a lot wetter when using glitter mixes. When you're working with your glitter mixes in spots that you don't have any glitter, you do not have to pick up another bead of acrylic. Just go ahead and pick up a small amount of glitter mix itself and just sit it on that nail. Because that nail is still wet from where you applied the acrylic, it will attach to that nail. So to keep down the bulkiness of the nail, do not apply more acrylic on that nail. Just pick up more of the glitter mix if it's kind of sparse in those areas. Here is where your encapsulation should take place. You want to make sure you cover that entire nail in clear acrylic. When you're working with glitter mix or colored acrylics, you want to focus on actually applying it in thin layers like paint. If you are applying it too thickly, of course, like I said, you'll create bulky nails. And also when you're doing your glitter mixes, you want to make sure that you are not trying to build your apex of your nail with your glitter mix or your colored acrylic. That will create bulkiness as well. You want to make sure that you are creating your apex after you apply either the colored acrylic or the glitter mixes. And you're going to do that by actually adding the clear acrylic on top when you encapsulate. That's how you create your apex. Now these are some of the decals that I do sell on my website. These are my Bratz theme ones. I do have Barbie themes and a lot of other actual themes on there, so go run over to my website www.drippretty.us and check those out. Again, all of these items that I'm using in the video can be found on my website. When you are using my water transfer decals, it is highly recommended that you use an acrylic in white or use white gel polish before applying my glitter decals. If you apply it on backgrounds that are a lot darker, the actual design will not show up as intense. Here on these two nails that I'm actually applying the butterflies and the Barbie designs, I will actually use my white jacket acrylic, which is my natural acrylic. It does work on that as well, but you just want to make sure that your background is lighter so that your actual design will stand out and pop. So like I said, if you're using a darker color, chances are your designs are not going to be as intense. Yes, you will get to see them, but it won't be as intense as it would on a lighter background. So keep that in mind whenever you're using any of my water transfer decals. Make sure you are using a lighter background. These can be applied on the nail before you actually encapsulate, which is what I like to do. I actually like to go in and apply my water decals and then encapsulate them with clear acrylic, just so I don't have to worry about them moving or anything. Now the second option that you can use when using my water decals is apply it on top of gel polish once you have painted that nail, or either regular polish, and then you're going to go over it with my Revive No White top coat and cure it for 30 seconds. Either way will work fine, but the way that I really enjoy doing it is actually doing the water decal art before and then encapsulating it with my liquid bandage clear acrylic. Make sure you are cutting away any excess of that film around that nail decal so you won't have to worry about it sticking out on the sidewalls of that nail. Before applying my water decal, I like to go in and just slightly wet that nail. You do not want to keep these water decals in the water no longer than 5 to 10 seconds, and I would say about 5 to 6 seconds, and the paper will actually the decal will actually release from the paper. If you wait any longer, what will end up happening is the decal will separate from the paper and it will come off in the water, and sometimes it will roll up and ball up and you can have an issue there. So about 5 seconds to 6 seconds, somewhere in that range, no longer than 10 seconds. Once you get your decal into position, what you want to do is towel blot with a paper towel and remove any of the excess water from under or around that decal. So unfortunately, I lost the footage where I was designing these nails with the rhinestones and stuff, but here is the final results of the nails, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed that. I really hate that I actually missed that process of showing y'all that, but of course I have more nail videos to come. But if you have any questions, comments, or anything, then please drop them below and I'll get back to you. But until then, you guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my video. Again, shop my website, www.drippretty.us, for any of the items you see used in this video.